So ladies, I'm going to show you a really nice tasty filling for some little tartlets to put on your Easter tea table today. Now, it does involve, however, the use of cornflour, and as you know, cornflour's not rationed, but that doesn't mean it's easily available, and sometimes we're out of it and can't replenish our stocks. But of course, potatoes are freely available and very cheap, and from our humble potato peat we can make our own potato flour very easily, which will take the place of cornflour or arrowroot in thickening. It doesn't taint the food at all, and from about 3 pounds of potatoes you'll be able to produce about 4 ounces of potato flour. You can always use the gratings in a steamed pudding to take the place of some of the fat, so very little is actually wasted at all, even though we only get 4 ounces of potato flour out of it. Now, I've got a good stock of corn flour at the moment, so I'm only making a small amount. I'm using 1.5 pounds of potatoes. Now, when you've made your potato flour, you'll be able to use that to thicken any liquids. Just 1 dessert spoon will thicken a gill of liquid, or if you want a thin custard consistency, then a dessert spoon will thicken 1/2 pint of that liquid. So it really is a good way of replacing corn flour when it's unavailable. A little bit messy, but what I've done is, with the skin on, I've grated my 1.5 pounds of potatoes into a good deep dish that not only would take my potatoes, but to catch all the liquid in there too. In another bowl, I'm going to pop in about 1/4 pint of fresh cold water, and all the gratings and the liquid that has come out of those potatoes, I'm going to pop that in the bowl and mix it all in to that fresh water. The next job is to pour it through a piece of fine muslin into another bowl, which is where you're going to catch all your liquid. Pop it in. We don't want to get any gratings into this bowl, but take your fine muslin out and then squeeze the potato and get as much of the liquid out of the muslin cloth as possible. Now I'm going to do this 3 times. Once you've squeezed out a lot, turn it back into a bowl and then add another 1/4 pint of fresh water, cold water, and move the potato gratings around in that bowl again. We're now going to pour this through the muslin over the bowl and squeeze out any of the liquid that we can. Now after the third time, I'm just going to leave the contents in the bowl for several hours. Don't worry about the colour of the water, it will look not very nice. After a few hours, the liquid is black. Pour gently the liquid into another bowl and discard. At the bottom of the bowl you will see the potato flour. Put this on a plate to dry overnight. Next morning, when it's dry, put it through a very fine sieve. Do make sure that you keep the potato flour that you've made in an airtight bottle or container, but as you can see, our humble potato makes an excellent potato flour, just right for using as a thickening agent when corn flour is unavailable. And now I'm going to show you how to make these delicious Easter tartlets.